Hello you guys, welcome back to the channel. I have a quick video for you today, guys. It's a requested video. I think about a year and a half ago I did a video about things to consider before moving to Memphis, Tennessee, and I gave you pros and cons, and I kind of did it was kind of mixed up. I did a little pros and I did a little cons. I didn't do it separate, and I got a whole lot of feedback from that video, guys. I got a lot of feedback and a lot of comments, and I think that's one of my most viewed videos. I think I had over 13,000 views and several hundreds of comments and likes and debates and all of that. So I had another request, and they wanted to know some good things about Memphis, because I think the way that I did the video, I was starting out doing cons, and then I kind of got it mixed in with pros, and so it was going back and forth versus being separately. So I thought I would go ahead and do 5 great things about Memphis. 5 great things about living in Memphis. And I'm going to do this really quickly. I'm going to do that today, and this hopefully will answer some of the questions. So I got my phone here because I took some notes because I wanted to write down what I viewed as 5 great things about living in Memphis. Okay, first off, I'm going to say the weather. The weather here in Memphis is pretty mild most of the year. If you like a warmer climate, then Memphis would be the city for you, okay? It gets very hot and humid in the summertime. So summer can be very, very, very hot and just, Lord have mercy, I can't even describe to you how it can be. But if you like a warm climate, then this would be, because our winters are very, very mild. Now, it usually stays pretty warm, like summertime warm, all the way down to November. You can get upwards of temperatures of like the high 80s down in November, and sometimes even throughout December. Our colder months tend to be January and February, which still then you can have warmer temperatures around 70 something, mid 70s, even during those months. Very rarely do we get snow. When we do, it just be like a day. It never lasts for longer than that. I think I've lived here on and off, and so the first time I was here, I think we may have gotten snow for a couple days, and it's like 2 or 3 inches, and that was it. And this last year, it was a dusting. That was it. It was just a little dusting. I got all excited. I was outside of my job and, looking at the snow falling, and by the time I got off, it was wet. It was just water. So if you like that type of weather, being in, the southern part of the region of this country without worrying about it, being too cold or snowy, then Memphis would be it for you, because only 3 hours up the road, not even quite 3 hours, is Nashville, and they get snow every season. So it's kind of weird the way, I guess, where we're situated, that we don't get that much snow. So I would say the weather. People like the weather because they can go a whole winter and not really wear heavy coats. So if that's something that would appeal to you, then you would love the weather. Number 2 is the food. I think I mentioned this in the video previously. This is one of the most obese cities. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but if you're a food connoisseur, if you like to eat, you can pretty much experience everything here. From your southern fried food to your seafood, to your high-end cuisine. If you like whatever it is, we have a lot of really well-known chefs here that compete even on television and different places like that. We have a lot of festivals where there's a lot of food festivals here. Barbecue, hot wings, and what else? Let me think. Grilled cheese, and we have all types of festivals. Seafood, crawfish festival, crabs, all of that. So guys, if you really love to eat, this would be the city. There's a whole lot of restaurants here, and they're here. Barbecue, all of that, so you would enjoy eating. This would be the city for you. So if you're a big food eater. Yes, number 3 would be the music. I think I mentioned that in the previous video as well. This is a music city. A lot of people move here because of the music. If you are pursuing a musical career, there is a lot of opportunities here. There's a lot of venues here. A lot of people get their start here, and we all know some of the people that started here. We have Aretha Franklin, we have Isaac Hayes, we have Justin Timberlake. Who else came from this area? Elvis Presley, Oh, I can't think, but y'all get the point. Music, there's a lot of venues here. It range anywhere from, well, blues we know is the main focus here in Memphis, but we do have a lot of jazz. We're coming around more with the jazz. We have a lot of R&B. There's a lot of festivals. We have a big annual Memphis in May music festival here every year where we have all genres. So yeah, there's a lot of indie music, a lot of underground music, a lot of rappers here. Yeah, so if you're into the music, this would be a good city to come to get your start or to experiment. Playing at different venues, they do give people a lot of opportunities. We have a lot of places that do amateur nights, or they let you sit in and just, play what you do or sing or whatever it is that you do. The next thing would be the jobs. We have some major companies here that are big employers. Number one being St. Jude. I know a lot of you all are familiar with the hospital St. Jude that gives free care to children, I think up to the age of 26 that suffer from cancer. It is very big. The hub, the home is here. We have the Big Jude Marathon here every year, and it's around, I think, September, around the end of September. But yeah, the big hospital is here. They employ thousands of people, and a lot of people come here and work for that. Also, we have FedEx. This is the main hub. Everything that goes and ships out anywhere in the country has to come through Memphis. This is the main office. They're opening, well, they actually have FedEx Logistics, but they're moving the big main office downtown here next April. So there will be a lot of jobs, thousands of jobs coming for that. So that is also another big company. Service Masters, also, y'all know the big company that is here, as well as AutoZone. So there are a lot of major companies. I think International Paper started here in Memphis. They still have some offices here. I think they moved their main office somewhere else, but they're still here as well. So there's a lot of companies here, guys, that you can actually get a start with some great careers if you're into that type of work. If you're in the hospital industry, or you do what would you call well, FedEx is like a packaging airline, where if you're a pilot or you work in a hub or you have any type of skills along those lines, those will certainly be companies that you could look into. Okay, I think that's 4. And number 5 would be our water. A lot of cities are having a lot of issues with the water around the country. As we all know, Flint, Michigan is going through the water problem with the lead, and they're having water imported in from everywhere, and that's very sad. Memphis has some of the cleanest water in the country. We have well water. It's very well maintained. You can drink it straight from the faucet, and it's really good. And I've never had any issues with it. It's not harsh. It's not hard on your hair, your skin, and it's very clean. And yeah, it's a great thing to have good water in the city that you live. So those are my 5 great things about living in Memphis. There are probably many more, but I just wanted to give a few because I got a few emails from that last video who said that I did not give enough positive things, and I did cover a couple of these things, I think, in that video, but I wanted to come back and also just update you and give you that. It also, I'm just going to add as a bonus, it is an affordable city. With it being in the South, a lot of people feel that southern cities are like really tiny. Well, this is not really a very small city. It's probably small, well, not probably, it is small in comparison to places like Chicago and New York and Detroit, different places like that where it's just overcrowding, but it is one of the largest cities in states around the country. Memphis is close to 1 million in population. I would say in the main city itself, it's around 600,000 to 700,000 people. So it's a pretty big city. When you count the counties around it, it's close to 1 million people. So it's not a small city. It's not the largest of cities, but it's also a pretty decent sized city. So you have a lot of high technology, a lot of things that you have and you would expect in a major city. It is here. It's just in the South. A lot of people get country and the South mixed up. They think because you're Southern that it means you're country. It doesn't. That's totally different. Totally different, people. When you're country, you live in the country, in a rural area. You're very, away from everything, raising the cattle. This is a city, okay, guys? You don't see cows and chickens running around. We live in a city. So I would just suggest to you all that is interested in coming or moving to Memphis, come on down, come down for a visit. There's a lot of entertainment, a lot of things that you will love here. That is why I still live here. Out of all the cities in Tennessee, this is, by far my favorite. And then Nashville, of course. I love Nashville. But I do like the demographics. If you're African American, it is a great city and opportunity for you, for the simple fact that we are the dominant race here. I have to say that because there's a lot of cities that you don't get that, for the simple fact that you don't get that equality, or you get a lot of racism. But let me say, just like I said in the video before, you will experience that here. But I do say that as far as that's concerned, we do have people that are working together. So we do work together to try to combat all of that negative forces that's out there that tries to work against people trying to come together. So I will have to give Memphis that credit. And they're working on beautifying the area. So yeah, so that is my video today. I hope this is answering the question to the emails I got. I think I got about 3 or 4 emails regarding Memphis. I hope that this is answering your questions. And I will see you guys soon. So thank you for viewing this video. And please give me a thumbs up. Leave your comments below or questions below. I will try to answer as many as possible. For those who I didn't get to in the last video, refer to this one. Hopefully it will answer some of those questions for you. So until next time, I'll see you really soon. Peace and love. Bye, guys.